Good morning, I'm Sheine Reichel from Columbia, Maryland. I'm making this video this morning to thank all of you who have taken the time to watch Rabbi Siegel's video and to make such lovely comments. I really truly appreciate it and I feel very gratified by it. For about the last 5 years now, as I mentioned in the previous video, Rabbi Siegel has been my closest spiritual advisor. And one of the amazing teachings that has helped me personally in my life so much, he has called the 7 Principles for Spiritual Fitness. I actually personally maintain a website for him where his writings on the 7 Principles for Spiritual Fitness are available freely to anyone who would like to download them as a PDF document. At the end of the video, I will put his website address. And I am also lucky enough to have him here with me this morning, and he is going to share an initial introduction to the first 2 of his principles, self-worth and humility. I have learned from experience in my life that the idea of balancing self-worth and humility truly is a path to elevation in life. And another one of my favorite teachers in the Orthodox rabbinate is Rabbi Dr. Abraham Twersky, and he has published approximately 50 books in his lifetime, and he likes to joke that he hasn't really written 50 books, he's only written one book 50 times, The Need for a Healthy Balance Between Self-Worth and Humility. So in just a moment, I'm going to share with you Rabbi Siegel's comments about self-worth and humility, and I do invite you to read his outstanding teachings that are available on his website. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
These are times when it is very difficult to access eternity. These are times when it's very hard to be in touch with something that transcends the moment. We have instant communication, so we are so busy talking and being listened to and running around and doing things that we've lost touch with how to be in touch with the things that transcend time and give us a sense of meaning in our lives that transcends our immediate physical life and consciousness. One of the barriers to this touching of eternity can be religion. This is not that you can touch eternity through religion, but there are sometimes people who have distorted religion or been distorted through religion, that religion itself becomes a barrier to eternity. What I have tried to do is create 7 principles which are easily accessible, which can be the beginning of the steps towards reaching into the eternity that religion has always sought to provide. These teachings are not mine at all. They are my restatement of the eternal teachings that have always been associated with the effective quality of spirituality or religion when it does its job. The first 2 of these 7 principles are called humility and self-worth. They can be interchanged because self-worth is sometimes needed when you feel down and humility is sometimes needed when you feel up. So you can start with either one depending upon where you are. Now, I have written a lot about what self-worth and humility mean, and I've taught it at homeless shelters and in jails and all kinds of groups, and people have taken it and really begun to develop their life around it. But let me just give you one way of applying them, and that is to use an excerpt from an ancient book from 500 BC called The Ethics of the Fathers, a Jewish wisdom book. In that book there is a phrase that says, "If I'm not for myself, who will be for me? But if I'm only for myself, what am I?" One thing that can teach us, and there are many, is that we need to value ourselves. We need to accept that we were created for a purpose. We need to accept that external standards cannot judge us or define us. Our goal in life is to discover the essential being within us, the purpose for which we were created. And when we are able to discern our essential being, our essential purpose, call it our soul, then we complete our being and we achieve eternity. But the teaching also indicates that an important way, an essential way, to discover this essentiality within the context of our acceptance and love of ourselves as we are, is not to focus on ourselves. If we focus on ourselves, we lose ourselves. So humility is the capacity to love ourselves, but not focus on ourselves, to learn how to listen to ourselves and listen to others, and therefore have the openness to be able to discover who we are. Another teaching from the same book says, who is wise? It asks. And it says, he is wise who learns from every person. So we need to listen to other people to discern their wisdom. But most of all, we need to listen and believe in ourselves, trust ourselves, not focus on ourselves, and reach to the level of spirituality and of meaning and a purpose that we were created for. This is the capacity that can transcend existence and allow the world to be truly healed in this technological and results-oriented age.